Hey everybody, welcome back to Threaded Social Club. We are totally hooked on going to the Goodwill Bins at this point. Hope you guys checked out our first two Goodwill Bin haul videos. We're now going to take you through our third haul video. We spent about a haul video specifically for Goodwill Bins. This is our third visit.
Yep.
We were there for what, little less than the second time, so about
6 hours.
6 hours?
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump right into it. Let's see what we got.
All right, so we got lots of different items this time. We got books this time.
Oh, nice.
Yep, so this is the U.S. Constitution book. We aren't going to be selling these on eBay. We sell these on Amazon.
Yeah, so we talked about how we started selling online and originally on Amazon exclusively books. We talked about that a little bit in the first video if you want to go back, and not exactly a very long history of how we got to where we are now, but basically we were at thrift stores and then we started buying clothing and then we ended up at the bins eventually. But we're pretty knowledgeable about books. So when we see them, we used to have to scan every single book, and there are apps out there. We actually made our own app a while back, and before we started getting into other areas. So because of all that knowledge, we could just kind of, did you find this one?
No, I think you did.
But we're both kind of where we could just look at it and kind of generally know. If you're interested in books, we can point you guys in the right direction. Just leave a comment below. Hey, I'd like to know how to source books, and we can send you in the right direction to learn all about that. That's a whole separate conversation. We don't want to fall down the rabbit hole too much on that. But how much do we think we can get for this?
About 25.
25?
Mm-hmm.
I found this one?
Yep, I think so. I think you found this one too.
It's a book about the Constitution, by the way. Mostly nonfiction. If you don't know anything about books and I were to just tell you one thing, that's the most important thing. Don't even waste your time with
textbooks and nonfiction.
Right. Textbooks are technically nonfiction, but
textbooks are easier to spot when you're like out.
Right.
They're easier to
textbooks,
spot.
Especially within the nonfiction categories. Did I find this one too?
Yep.
So this is concepts of programming languages. So it really depends on the type of, if it's a book about a certain programming language, it really depends on what type of language it is and whether it's being used a lot nowadays. But there are some exceptions, like with everything. But this one is concepts of programming languages, so that's more of a technique or a theory, and so that doesn't really go out of date. And that's one of the reasons why, and this is a textbook, technically speaking. So how much for this one?
Only 15 right now, but it might go up because school is starting soon, so it might go up soon.
Cool. So I found this one too?
Yep.
All right, I'm in the lead right off the bat, 2-0.
I found this one.
Okay.
And this one...
Oh, I passed this one up. I saw it.
Yeah, I remember you telling me
and
that.
I made a mistake, and then you corrected my mistake.
Because most of the time, that's true though, most of the time sports books aren't really that great, but this one just jumped out at me. Anyways, this one's $20 we can probably get for that.
$20, nice. Yep.
This one you got for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's very heavy.
This is actually the test book when we were building our scouting app. This is the book that we used regularly to just test the app. It's really funny that we found this. It's I don't know how to pronounce it. Alinea, but it's about some fancy restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And it's really heavy.
Very heavy.
There's some crazy pictures of crazy plates of food on here, so it's kind of an art slash
coffee table book for sure.
Yeah, coffee table book. Kind of an art book in a way.
About $40 for that.
$40. That used to sell for over 100, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I found this one. It just looked different. It doesn't sell super often, but it's going for people have it listed for like $700. Obviously, we don't think we're going to get that much, so we're going to start it out at $99 and see what we can get out of it. But
so that's interesting. So like we were mentioning, there's a lot to learn about books. People have this listed for 700. That doesn't mean it ever sold for 700. There's actually a way to tell what price a book has sold for. If you're interested, check out our other YouTube channel, Sellzee, Sellzee. There's a video on there that tells you how to read these charts from this company, Keepa, that will tell you when a book has. You can imply using that data when a book was sold, and I bet, I haven't spent the time to look at this, but I bet that it's never sold at $700.
Yeah, I doubt it.
So maybe 100. If it didn't sell, we might even drop the price to 59 or something like that.
Right. Okay, so those are all the books we got. The next category is board games, and we got Beatles, Trivial Pursuit, which are two of my favorite things. I love Trivial Pursuit. Yash doesn't like to play with me because I always win.
You're really good at music trivia.
And I love music trivia, so I actually would love to play this, but no one will play with me. So.
Yeah, it's kind of not very fair because you know so much about music trivia.
But we usually don't source board games a whole lot, but because if they're opened, it's obviously hard to know if all the pieces are there or not. But we took the time and quickly went through. The box was open, but all of the packages inside were still sealed, so we were pretty confident about this one. We think we can get about $15 for it since it's an open box. But you found that one.
I found this?
Yep.
So this is right at our minimum, right? $15.
Yeah. But it was cool anyways. I think we would have got it anyways, even if it wasn't going to be super. I think you found that one. Puzzle.
You found that? Or
No, I didn't find it.
Okay.
Woodland Encounter.
Oh yeah, I was on a roll with the board games and puzzles for a while.
It's sealed. We wouldn't buy an unsealed puzzle because there would be no way to know if all the pieces were there.
Silly.
So
this is a cool one.
Yeah, I think we can.
There's hidden images in there.
Yeah, I think we can get about $20 for that one.
You can't really see it, but there's some guys on horses, kind of hidden images in there. A puzzle within a puzzle, if you will.
Right.
The lady who made it, her name is Bev Doolittle.
Bev Doolittle. Yash found this next puzzle. Ravensburger Dragon Puzzle. And we can probably get about $20 for that too. It's sealed.
Made in Germany.
Oh boy.
You know it's going to be good.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's... What do you call that? Is that a dragon?
Well, that's what I call it.
Is there another name for that? Let me know, guys.
Looks
What is
like
the
a dragon
proper
to
What
me.
is the proper name for that creature?
Yash found another puzzle. Denver Broncos Panoramic sealed.
Nice.
That one, that's at the low end too. That's about 15.
Wow, I got a lot of puzzles this time.
Yep.
Another one?
Yep. So this is I'm not exactly sure what this is. Some kind of game or something. It's called Thornwatch. And he found this, and then there's an extension pack that goes with it. And we're gonna sell them together as a lot, and I think we can get about 65. So that was a
Really?
good one. Yeah, these are both sealed too.
So this was more fruitful than my other ones.
Yes, definitely.
This
Sometimes be careful about the puzzles though, because puzzles take a while to sell. So
yeah. I think I was on a dry streak when I found these, and I just needed to get on the board.
Oh, okay. I like putting puzzles together too, so maybe you were thinking.
I was also thinking, yeah, maybe we could do it or send it to Matt.
Oh, okay. Great. I found this. This is Led Zeppelin, House of the Holy vinyl. I used to collect vinyl. I actually really like listening to things like this, like Led Zeppelin, the Beatles. I like listening to that on vinyl. It just sounds richer. I don't know.
Yeah. Look, vinyl records used to, I remember when we were in high school and our friends, some of my friends at least, started getting into vinyl. You could find it at garage sales and people, couldn't even give it away. But now, I mean, the last 20 years, it's made a huge comeback. DJs are using a lot more vinyl, and yeah. Do you guys like collecting or listening to music on vinyl? I'd be curious to hear from you. We'll leave a comment down below for this question. If you do listen to or collect or buy vinyl, just type V for yes vinyl or type N for no vinyl. And then, do we get any other items, other non-clothing items other than this stuff here?
Oh yeah, I have a couple more things.
Okay, just curious. We'll
Okay.
talk more about non-clothing items when we get to those items a little bit later.
Yash found this. It's a robin print. That's what it says on the back.
Robin print. What is it? What's the price on the back?
42.
42.
Yeah.
So it was selling probably in some souvenir or gift shop
Right.
at some point.
So it's probably
In which case, all things in those types of stores are way overpriced.
right.
So this would probably be close to our minimum.
Yeah.
Right. What did we put down? 20? 15?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
But
I find some pretty crazy art once in a while.
yeah, like this.
That one's cool.
If I can get it up here.
This one probably didn't get too much of a close up for that. So 2 birds. I love birds.
This is called the Paisley Puffin.
Is a
And-
puffin a type of bird, or is that just
Yeah.
what she called it?
No, it's a type of bird.
Okay.
And it looks like it was done in 1981.
Do you think that's the artist's name, or that's a city in Alaska, isn't it?
No, I think that's her. I think that's her name.
Janelle?
Yeah, Juno. I think
Juno?
that's who did it? Yeah. Anyways, this is pretty cool. I forget what.
It's a print, but it's an original print. So it says 178 out of 550. And I think I thought 49.
I looked up the comp, so I think we can probably get maybe.
It's a big piece, so I would think this would sell fast for 49.
Yeah.
I mean, probably if this was in a store or an art store of some kind, or I don't think this would be in a gallery, but maybe. But if it would be a lot more than that. I think usually pieces like this big would be over 100,
Yeah.
$200. So
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if somebody didn't. We might keep it though.
Yeah, I
We'll
think
see.
we might keep it. It might be a bit tricky to ship,
So if we do sell it, we'll assume 49, and so this particular time we got a lot of stuff that wasn't clothing, but I mean we got a lot of clothing too, and we're curious to hear from you guys. Do you guys, as sellers, do you source things from the thrift stores or the bins other than clothing, or clothing only? So we'll leave a question for that down below as well. If you just do clothing only, go ahead and type C, and if you get other stuff as well, go ahead and put an O for other stuff too.
All right, moving along. Let's see. Okay. First up is Nautica vintage tie. You want to tell them how they know if the Nautica's vintage?
I
Remember what
don't
you
know
told
how to
me?
tell on the tie.
Well, remember what you told me about the.
Oh yeah, the letters are different sized
Yeah.
letters. I don't actually know how to tell with this. I know from the original sailboat emblem on the chest,
Yeah.
and then the tag on the shirt. The tag, the lettering
Yeah.
it has
yeah.
colors in it.
Oh, and I thought you said that if it was all one size, because you see how the T and the I are above the rest of the letters.
Yeah, the newer ones are
All the
are
same.
all the same
Yeah.
size, the same height
Right.
print. But
So-
I'm not 100% sure if this is vintage, to be honest.
Oh, it is though, because look at they have the sail.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they're the old sailboat logo there. So I mean, obviously we don't know these things with 100% certainty, but it's more likely to be vintage when you see that old sailboat logo.
Right. So I think we can get 15 on that. I think I found that.
Yeah.
All right. I found this. It's an Anthropology sundress. And it's got pockets, it's got buttons.
Is that
zippered.
the brand Anthropology, or is that one of those sub brands?
Well, it's Maeve is the brand, but it's Maeve is an Anthropology brand.
I'm curious what those other, they have tens,
Oh
or
yeah,
they have more than 10 other brands.
there's a ton.
Yeah, leave a comment below if you guys source other Anthropology brands. I'd be interested to hear which brands you like, or even if you just like wearing them. That'd be
There are a
cool.
lot.
That'd be cool to find out which of those sub brands you like to wear or you like to source and resell.
Right. So I'm gonna start this out at 28, but I'll take probably 24. So I found that.
24.
Yeah. I found this. It's a Madewell Henley shirt. The Henley long sleeve. It's like a blush color. It's lightweight. It's not silk or anything. So I think I'm gonna start it out at 24, but I'll probably take 20 or 22. Probably won't be a lot for that.
What does Henley mean? Is that the brand or is that the style of shirt?
No, it's like the style of shirt. It's like a pullover and it like goes buttons to right here.
Okay,
It's
but
like
Henley that could be men or women's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like a button down or button down collar. That's like its style. All right, next is this Tommy Hilfiger blazer. I found this. I like it. It's a bigger size. It's a size 16.
I like that it has a pattern on the
Yeah.
lining, so you can flip the cuffs.
Contrast. Yeah.
You can flip the cuffs over and get some extra style from that.
Yep. This is a women's, if I didn't mention that. But I think we can get about 25 for that. There's a small stain on the collar that I thought would come out, but it didn't. But it might with dry cleaning, so we'll see. So I think about 25 for that. You found this, so I'll let you talk about that.
What is this? This is this Oregon?
Oregon
It looks
Ducks.
like Oregon Ducks. One of those. Is it dry fit or no?
Mm.
No, I don't think so. Does it have the
It
logo
has
down
a
there?
new tags on it though. It's new tags.
Does it have the dry fit logo? Oh, it's so 38 originally, but Oregon has all kinds of different variations on their uniforms and their gear, so it's pretty popular to wear as far as college athletic merchandise. This is women's.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It looks like it was marked down to 19, so this is probably going to be close to our minimum.
Yeah, I'll probably start out at 18, but we'll take 15. You found that. Okay, I think, did you find this one too?
I don't know.
I think you did.
Okay. I'll take credit for it. So this is what is it? Is it women's?
Yep.
Women's 2XL, so big sizes are much better than smaller sizes.
But Harley Davidson runs really small, so.
Yeah, this doesn't look like a 2XL.
No, we always make sure we put measurements for almost everything, but specifically for Harley Davidson, runs small, Nike runs small. So we always put measurements in there.
And this one's from a lot of the Harley Davidson shirts have I don't know why. Is it because they buy them at a dealership or something where they have a city on them?
Oh, I think it's just because they are visiting that particular Harley Davidson, and it's just like a souvenir type.
Okay, so it's a Denver, Colorado one.
Right. I found these. They're Nike joggers. They're not vintage, but they're older. But I just like them. The Nike Air symbol is pretty neat, and they have like the details in there. So I think I can get about. I'm gonna start at 28, but we'll probably take 24.
24?
Yeah. I think you found this.
Which one's this?
It's a polo.
Oh, this is a polo.
Yeah.
Polo jacket?
Yep.
Oh wow, this is a good one. What size is this? I might have to keep this myself. Large? This is a small large though, isn't it?
No, it's pretty true to large.
This one's really nice. This is like a maroon color, and it's got a corduroy on the inside of the collar, it's corduroy.
Yep.
It's not reversible, is it?
No.
It's got a plaid lining on the inside, so there's a lot of details
Yep.
here. And
Probably about 25 we can get for that.
I would start it a little bit higher than that. Let's start it at 30.
Okay, but we have something similar in our inventory that we haven't sold yet.
Then jack that up to 32.
Okay.
No. So it hasn't sold yet?
No.
Okay, maybe I'm just biased because I like it so much.
It is a nice piece, but it just doesn't sell for as much
as I like it.
Right.
All the more reason for me to keep it.
I think you found this, didn't you?
What is it?
Woolrich?
Woolrich? Okay.
I can't remember.
Woolrich, short sleeve. Is this considered plaid?
Oh, yeah.
Plaid. It's got some texture to it. Men's, right?
Yep.
How much?
We'll start at 18, but we'll take 15 if we need to. Did you find this?
No.
I found this Tommy Hilfiger. It's like a color block polo. I think we can get 20. We'll probably start out at 20. Take 18. Oh, I found these. These are Ralph Lauren sport sweaters. I think they're vintage. I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna put that in the listing. But we found a red one.
The tag up here doesn't look vintage,
Right. And a pink one.
but the rest of it does.
Right. So, and it's got this awesome emblem. They both have like the same one. It's a bigger pony logo emblem. It says PRL and Co. New York, finest quality. So those are pretty cool.
Those are nice.
Yeah, I think they're not in the greatest shape. They have a little bit of pilling, so I think we can probably get about $20 each for those. I found this Ralph Lauren. It's a green label. Ralph Lauren. It's a sweater. I liked it. It's a little bit different. It's got like the buttons are off center, and the buttons are, excuse me, detailed. And it's like a cable knit sweater, and it's in really great condition. So that's why I grabbed it. I normally wouldn't grab something with this label just because it doesn't sell super fast, but it was in really good condition, so I think we can get about $20 for that. Did you find this Banana Republic?
Yes.
New with tags?
Yeah, so what do you call this style?
Cowl neck.
Cowl neck. Yep. Cowl neck does cowl neck always have buttons or not necessarily?
Not necessarily, but that's also made with Italian yarn. We have that.
Ooh.
For keywords, yeah.
Italian yarns. It's got buttons. I don't know. It's like a gray color.
Yeah,
We don't get a lot of Banana Republic stuff, but we found some pretty cool styles. Like what was that thing that we sold recently? It was a blazer, but it had a hoodie built into it.
No, well, it wasn't a hoodie. It was like a lining for winter. It was like a winter jacket lining, and you could remove the lining and use it for just a blazer too. So.
But it had a hood to it on the inside.
Did it?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
had a
remember
hood
that.
on the inside, and that's what made it interesting because it was kind of had a casual and a semi-formal
Right.
contrast. And so once in a while, if we find something unique, Banana
Right.
Republic like this one, the tag up here says made of Italian yarn, so
Right.
they're really trying to make sure you're aware of that. And it also had the tag on it too, so that can't hurt.
Right. I think we can get 28 for that.
Yeah. This was probably,
Yeah, remember to put
89
that
or
in your
something
file.
originally.
And this, I can't remember if you found this or if I found it.
You found that.
I did. Oh, that's a nice one. It's Nautica. I think it's vintage, like we talked about. It's got the different size lettering in the tag here, and it's got the more detail on the sailboat.
Yep.
and it's striped. It's a bigger knit, like cable knit. So I think we can get $25 for that. Okay. Oops. I found this. It's a Huff hat, HUF. It's just an H logo. Super simple. It's got an adjustable leather strap. I can get probably $18 for that. I found this UNLV. I think it's vintage snapback. Looks pretty old, right?
Yeah, that's definitely vintage.
I think
You can tell from that tag on the inside. There's, it's like the most basic looking tag. Plus for UNLV when they used this Cajun guy.
No, he's a rebel. That's what they are. They're rebels.
Okay, but
He's like a.
Oh, not Cajun. That's Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he kind of does seem like he would be Cajun though. He's like, I don't know.
He's like Yosemite Sam.
I don't believe in what you're doing here, so I'm gonna rebel against you.
No.
No. Try my gumbo.
No.
My mom's from Louisiana, so that's how I acquired that accent. I found this one, right?
No, I didn't.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's mine.
Fine.
We can probably get about 18 for that too.
Okay.
I'm not sure what happened with this bell. I don't know if I thought you didn't grab this, did you?
Is that a Tony?
No, I think maybe we thought it was, but it's not. It's a tool leather belt, and it's made in the USA. It's not Tony Llama though.
Oh, that's why we got it, because it was made in the USA. But we just took a chance on it.
Right. We can still probably get
$8.
$8.
Yeah. What? What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say like 20 maybe.
Oh, okay. I thought it was under the minimum. That's why you were disappointed.
No, I was disappointed because it's not Tony Llama.
Oh.
That's why I was.
That's still good if it's over the minimum.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of an experiment because I haven't really sold any leather belts besides Tony Llama, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that.
It's got acorns on it.
It's got acorns on it, yes.
That's what it features, acorns.
I think you found these.
Okay.
So I'll let you talk about those.
We're getting into some off-season stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes there's a little, we're not 100% sure when we find off-season stuff in the middle of the summer. So what's our strategy with that? It just depends on the item.
Yeah, if we find something and we know it's gonna sell, and we can get it super cheap, why would we pass that?
So our position is, if it meets all of our criteria, and we're getting it at the bins, we don't mind buying and holding it. But what do you guys do as far as that's concerned? Do you buy stuff off season, or do you only buy stuff in season? We'll leave a question down below for that as well. Type O for yes, sometimes you buy off season. Type I if you only buy in season. Yeah. Curious to hear what everybody does with respect to that. These are Columbia. Columbia, you said this already, right? Some type of snow pants?
They're snow pants, skiboard.
Skiboard, yeah.
Skiboard.
Ski ball.
Snowboarding, skiing.
Ski ball pants.
Snowboard ski pants.
We should make like a ski ball jersey, like a ski ball outfit that people would wear when they go ski balling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like a ski ball team.
Yeah, ski ball team, or like a ski ball bowling league.
Ski ball squad.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be the
squad
next
goals
the
for
next
ski ball.
The next social sport league.
Oh goodness!
Surprised they don't do that with social sports,
Yeah.
Ski ball, that's a good one.
Yeah. All right. I think you found this next item. Polo. Sure.
Yeah. You almost made me put this back.
Yeah, because we have a ton of them. Like a ton.
And does that? No, it doesn't have a stain. This is just the basic, it's not, the only thing that's a little bit different about this is that the pony logo's got different colors. You know how sometimes, most of the time it's just all a solid color.
Right.
This one's, the horse is actually a different color than the dude.
It's a horse of a different color.
Yeah. It's a little more realistic. It's not like the dude and the horse are, the same color. Like there's not a lot of like blue horses or yellow horses running around.
Or blue people.
Or being poloed.
Anyways, $18.
This guy, it looks like a hammer almost, the guy at the thing.
It's a mallet.
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
They make it look like he's,
Angry.
he's a construction worker.
He's hunting.
Yeah, he's about to go hammer some nails in.
Okay, anyways. I found this. It's a Roots Canada crew neck pullover. We've never sold it before. I've never really found it before, so we tried.
I've never seen this, Brian.
We thought we'd give it a try. I was gonna start at 18, but I'll take 15. But we'll see how it goes.
What is this for?
It's for the hanger, so it doesn't fall off the hanger.
Oh.
I don't know. Usually they don't put those on crew necks, but I don't know.
Very thoughtful.
Yes. Okay. Next up. Did I find this or did you?
You found that.
Starter. Vintage starter Denver Broncos crew neck.
Starter logo on the sleeve.
Yep, it's got a starter logo on the sleeve. I think we're gonna start this at 28. I think it's in really great condition, so.
We don't know if it's vintage.
I think so because.
Yeah. Maybe.
Because I thought starter lost the privilege to do any like pro sports after a certain time.
They don't do. Oh yeah, today they don't. Yeah, that's true.
So I think it's old, if not vintage.
All right.
Okay, moving along. I found this.
Might have to start a new pile over here.
Yes, I know. I have too many items that I found.
Yeah.
Polo jeans, fleece. It's got a hood, and it's a quarter zip. It's in pretty good condition. It's okay. I think we can get 24 for that. I gotta move my items because I can't do anything. Oh, this, we found two similar shirts. They're Volcom. We're gonna put them in a bundle. We're gonna bundle these together. There's a blue one. Well, this is like light blue.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, and then this is dark blue. They're striped, just simple polos. So we're gonna put those together and ask 24.
That's a good deal.
Did you find those?
Yeah, because we had that conversation, I think.
I probably tried to make you put them back.
Well, yeah, we hadn't figured this out yet, and I'll kind of walk you guys through our thought process. We like these, but it doesn't work out for our business model, if you want to. We say business model, but it's really so much simpler than that. You're just keeping track of everything by unit, and that's what we call our business model. And we need to sell our items for $15 or more if we're going to pay somebody to list it and all that. So with this one, it would help if you could figure out a way to not put it on the mannequin, or just do it really quickly, basically. So you don't want to spend the same amount of money to pay somebody to list this as if it wasn't bundled.
No. So what we'll do to make this go faster is we'll do a flat lay photo. We'll put them both together, and they're pretty common with the sizing, so we won't put in the size guide.
Right.
And that will save a lot of time.
Sizely is this thing that we use. How does that work? Do you want to tell them? Do you have to put the measurements of each thing, or do you take a photograph of the item and it figures it out for you?
No.
How does Sizely work?
You measure it. So Sizely is this super great program that it's a website app, whatever, that we use, and they have tons of different what do they call it, templates that you can use, and it's really nice because a lot of times you look at something and you're don't know exactly where to measure it, where to start and stop, and they tell you exactly what you need to measure, and you just measure it with a measuring tape and you put it in the field, and then generates a image for you that you can put on your listing, and you don't have to like say the chest is so and so and the length is this.
Right.
Just visual, and it does it all for you.
Yeah. So it's just it creates a black and white outline image with lines showing each of the measurements and the actual measurement right next to the line. And it's funny though how often people miss it. We will have to figure out how to solve this. Not a huge problem, but almost all of our listings have it. But still, a lot of times people ask for measurements, and then we say, "Hey, it's the last." I was thinking on Poshmark. I wonder if you could put you know how it shows 3 images at a time. I was thinking, what if would it be okay to put an image as the third one that just said "see next image" for measurements, like that was the image?
Yeah,
It's an idea, but
we'll see.
it's fine. You just have to write back and say it's in the last image.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So,
What else you got?
This next one I found.
Patagonia?
Yep, Patagonia. Organic cotton. It's very lightweight. Pull over. It's got a little pocket. Hoodie. I think we can get $20 for it. It's very lightweight.
Super
so
thin.
yeah, not heavy. I found this next item. Vintage Umbros. We've sold these before. They sold super quick. I'm gonna price them at $20 to get them sold quick again. And they're color black. That's a good keyword to use. I found this next item. It's Polo by Ralph Lauren. It doesn't have a pony logo, but it's flannel and I like it. I like the colors. So I grabbed it. I think we can get 24 out of that. Yeah, I'm gonna move my pile because it's getting overflowing.
I was in the lead for a while, but now I think
you found this other plain polo that you had to have.
Oh, this is another one that you tried to get me to put back.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not in love with this one when I look at it again. But it does have that. I think we should bundle these two together too.
But they're not the exact same size.
Oh.
Otherwise, we would. So we'll start that at 18.
Okay. I would probably pass up on this one. Like given, I don't know though. If we threw this on the scale, probably less than half a pound. This is probably like 50 cents.
Yeah.
So worth a shot.
Okay. I can't remember. Did I find these?
Well, those are huge.
Yeah.
Those are good ones.
Polo Jeans Co. Carpenter. They're classic denim carpenter shorts.
I bet you those will sell fast.
Yeah, and they are a big size. They're
Like a 42. They're big.
Yeah. 36.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Those are huge. 36s.
Yep. So I looked up the comps, and we're gonna start out at 24.
Okay.
I think you found these cool shorts.
Yep. Yeah, just some shorts. I don't know. Outdoor shorts.
The brand Cool, Kuhl. They're like camping, hiking, outdoor type thing.
That's what the logo looks like. If you can see that.
We've done pretty well with that brand in the past.
How much for those?
About 24.
24? Okay.
I found these. We didn't, I found them.
English Laundry?
No, Hudson Jeans.
Oh yeah, I always get those confused.
They got the flaps.
Hudson jeans seem like really good as far as demand wise.
Yeah. These are low rise flare, and I'm gonna start these out at 28. They're in really good condition too. Like the hems are not frayed or anything.
What is that? Is that what is their logo? Is that Great Britain?
Yeah.
Flag? Okay.
Yep.
But it's made in Mexico.
Okay. Oh, that's my dump pile. Oh, I think I found both of these jackets.
Yep.
This is a Nautica wool pea coat. It's got gold buttons with an emblem on them.
It's got detail on this. What do you call this little thing that folds over the sleeve? But
I don't know.
it's got some like velvet. There's some detail here.
Yeah, there's
on
lots of
the
detail.
sleeve, which helps.
Yeah.
Even the buttonholes are maroon. Have maroon threading around the edges of the butthole.
Yeah.
Buttonhole.
Nice.
Yeah, buttonhole. Oh well.
$40.
You know what I meant. Gosh.
It's really heavy. It's really nice. I found that $40. This next thing that I found is really cool. It's called Claire Paris, and there aren't many comps, but the ones that I did find were going for over $100. It's a long, very long, like dress coat, and it's kind of flared out. I wish I could show you. Maybe I'll link after we get the listing up. I'll link the listing so you can see it. It's super cool. I think it might be vintage. It's wool and cashmere, and it's lamb's wool too. I think 25% lamb's wool.
Made in France.
Yeah, made in France. It's really heavy. It's got cool buttons.
A lot of detail in the buttons.
Yeah.
They're heavy too.
Right. So.
That's legit.
Yep. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna start it out at $175 and see how it goes. If we have to lower the price, that's fine. But it's pretty.
That looks like a rare find.
Yeah.
Even though it is just black.
Right. And the only comp that I found is not vintage, and it was a smaller piece. It was just like a smaller coat, and that went for $150. So that's going for $150. So.
Yeah, so $175 should be
be a
good deal.
Yeah, and since we didn't spend a lot on it, we can afford to sit on it for a while if we have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still going? Wow.
Yep.
This is a
we haven't even gotten to the shoes yet.
Wow. So was this haul bigger than our second one?
No.
Not in terms of number of items,
right.
but it just feels like it's taking longer.
Yeah. Yep.
We got 62 on this one, and we got 74 on the last one.
Yeah. So I picked these up because they had the tags on them still. They're called CP jeans. I've never heard of it or sold it before. I also grabbed it because it says exclusively designed for Dillards, so I thought they were a little bit higher end. They're called mom jeans, which is also a good keyword, so I think they might sell quickly. But I'm gonna put them up for $22, and just so we can sell them. They're distressed too. If they fit
distressed.
me, if they fit me, I would keep them. But
you mean
they
ripped?
Don't. But I like them. $22. Okay, this is a Champion duffel bag. I found this. It's in pretty good condition.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you can see it's got the classic logo on there. There's another. Oh yeah, there's the C on the side there. It's like I said, it's in really good condition. It's got that part. It looks like no one has ever even used the shoulder strap.
I think it might be from the 90s.
I don't know, but like the shoulder strap is like brand new. No one ever even used that part. It's got the logo on it too. That one, I guess I looked up the comps and it's not really anything too spectacular. So
were there a lot of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think we're just gonna put it for 22 because it's gonna be a little bit heavier for shipping. So
yeah, just to get
it out. But it's cool.
Good tennis bag. Can you fit a racket in there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think it would be good for tennis.
Guess not.
No. Okay, so now we're
just
gonna...
a gym bag.
Yeah, a gym bag. Yeah. Now we're gonna start with shoes. If I can get to them. I have to go around all of my pile of finding. Okay. Did you find these? I think
We
you
have
did.
to sell this stuff because we physically do not have any room to store it, you guys.
True. Did you
The
find
only reason we're selling this stuff is because we physically do not have any room. I wish we could offer stretch pay on eBay. I think they might have like a payment option.
Really?
Yeah, I just want to be able to put in the list. We got stretch pay! I was just watching Don West, sports collectible videos on YouTube. He's this guy that sold sports collectibles like trading cards in the 90s, and I don't know how we got on the topic, but we used to just watch that show for 5 hours straight. The guy's hilarious, and he could make anything sound amazing. I remembered like I just got out of card collecting at that time, and so I knew that it was kind of that whole card thing in the 90s was like a bubble and that burst, and then it just burst, and I kind of knew that this stuff was overpriced. And even though I knew that, I'd watch his thing and I'd be like, maybe I should buy one of these. That's how good he was.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Your impersonation is good because I don't even really know what you're talking about, but it still makes
We got stretch pay! He'd be like talking about, he'd be right in the middle of talking, explaining the items. And this is Mark McGuire when he was in the Olympics 1985, Gem Mint 10. You can't find two. We got stretch pay! It would just come out of nowhere. John West. If you can't afford this, do not buy it. But if you can, the biggest mistake you can make is only buying one of these. The lines are jammed. Love that guy. Don West.
Good old Don West.
Yeah. Let's get him on the show, Don. If you see this,
Right.
we're going to get you on our show. We need you here.
We need you to sell these surround
How would he
boots.
sell it? How would he do that? Next up, this next one we got coming up, folks, is going to blow your minds. Sorel boots. We got the flower thing going on here. Look, there's even original dirt on the bottom. Gem Mint. Gem Mint 10. Dirt. Anyway.
Anywho.
I didn't mean to throw you off. Keep going.
I think you found these.
Okay. So,
They're Sorel. They're kids. So they're not going to go for that much. 24. But you found
24,
them.
okay.
No, that's
Because they're kids,
okay.
yeah. That's fine.
That's okay. That's okay.
Don West would be proud of me.
He would?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look at it. I found these, and Yash did not want me to buy them. They are huge Reebok sandals. They're vintage. They're cool. They need to be cleaned up, obviously, but they're cool. I think we can get about $30 for those.
These are like the type of sandals that people walk on the beach with, right? What is there a name for this type of sandal?
I don't know.
Like water sandals or something like that?
They're adjustable.
Water bugs?
You can walk on more than just sand with them.
You can walk on water.
No, you can't. They are a size 13.
Okay.
They're huge. $30. Those are in my pile. Ooh, look what we found.
Oh yeah.
Teaks.
Bling bling. These don't look like much, but they are much.
Yes. These are not in the greatest condition, and I was a little worried, but they still sell pretty well even when they're not in good condition.
We already sold one pair of these. The first and only one that we had before this.
Right.
So tell them how much we sold it for.
Well, we sold them on Poshmark in a bundle with some other things, but we sold the bundle for $150 with some like smaller T-shirt, like.
So we got at
shirts.
least $100 just for the shoes.
Oh, yeah, probably more. I
Yeah.
would say like 130. Or
Which is
120.
crazy because if you don't know the brand Teaks and you look at this, you wouldn't think,
Right.
What are these for? Are these
They're just
Just
shoes. They
for
come.
all
They
purposes?
they come
They
folded
kind
up like
of
this.
look like they're inspired by ballet shoes or something.
Yeah, they're called ballet flats.
Okay.
But they come like this in a box. So if you ever see them in a box, they're not going to be in like a big shoe box. They're going to be in like a smaller box that is this color.
I see.
So I've never seen.
Is this
brand
like their
new.
flagship color?
I guess
or something?
so. Yeah.
Because we found another pair in the last, not this haul, but the most recent one. We had to flip for it. We found one of them. We had to flip for it. That's how some of the people that shop at the bins will at the convention. If you find one shoe, you can flip a coin, and we ended up winning. But we got to go pick it up from her.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that.
So I think Yash found these. So good
Yep,
job.
I remember when I saw these, I said jackpot.
Jackpot. So good job.
So that's gonna be in my my highlights for sure.
Yeah. So anyways, like I said, those were in kind of rough condition, but I'm still gonna ask $80 for them.
Yeah, just rough because the outside doesn't look rough.
No, the outside is not too bad, but you'll notice here that it's starting to separate a little bit, and
just give it to a cobbler.
I don't know.
He can fix it.
I don't know if he can fix it or not. But anyways,
Cobble it up.
the inside is in pretty rough condition, so
all right.
We'll start at $80.
They must be pretty durable. Though.
Yes, I think they are. Okay.
Moving along.
Next item is
those are nice.
Yes, Cole Haan metallic gold, and these are called Tally Grand Bow wedge pumps. I looked up the exact name.
Tally how?
Tally Bow.
Tally boho.
These are in pretty good condition. Yep, I'm gonna start them out at $28. They're pretty good. They don't look like they've been very worn.
Suede.
But
glittery suede.
Yeah, I think they just got messed up because of the bin. So, $28.
Yeah.
$28.
They don't look like they were ever worn.
Yeah. Those are in my pile. I think we each found one of these, so I don't know what we do.
You know what's crazy about this? When you're going through the bins, you feel like you're not finding a lot, you know?
Yeah.
But then when we go back and look on it, we're like, I mean, just imagine you walked into a thrift store and you saw all this all at once.
Right. Yeah. Then you'd be like, jackpot. But sometimes seems like it takes a while to get to this much stuff. Yeah. But
it's still worth it. We'll tell you at the end how much it worked out to be per hour, profit per hour of our time.
So these we found as a team. We each found one.
Oh, that's right.
They're Nike. They're called Vandal High Canvas Cleveland 72.
Okay. So they're not vintage. They came out. They're like retros.
Yeah, they're not. I don't.
Does it have the year on the tag when it came out?
I think so.
What does it say? Let me guess.
They're a little bit older, but not that much.
They're from the 2000s or 90s.
I can't see. I think it's 2010.
2010.
Yeah. Some of these tags are in a weird spot. Oh no, 12/27/03.
20 what?
It says 12/27/03.
Oh, 2003.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're just retro. They're like a retro style.
Yeah, I think that maybe if we held on to them, they'd be worth more, but I don't know.
No.
They're kind of
shoes kind of follow this curve where they appreciate for 5 to 7, sometimes 10 years, and then they actually start depreciating because you can't wear this. The soles will fall off eventually.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna start them at 28 because I'm gonna clean them up, but I can't clean everything up, so they're not gonna be totally, restored. So $28.
It's a lot of work too.
Yeah, exactly.
To go all the way.
Right.
On restoring, but you can do some amazing stuff. There are videos out there of people taking like an Air Jordan 11 that looks like it's totally trashed, and they clean it up to where it looks like it's brand new. They're artists.
Right. I picked these up just because I thought they were like heavy duty and they looked, substantial. But upon my review, I don't think we can get that much for them. I'm gonna start them at 18. They're Jeep J41 hiking outdoor
like the car.
sandals. Yeah. Yep. Jeep engineered traction sole.
How much did you say?
18.
Okay. That's surprising. They look like they're made,
That's what I thought.
especially for hiking.
Yeah.
if you're into that kind of thing.
But I think I found those.
All right. How much more we got left?
There's a few still.
Oh, those dance coats?
Yeah, Yash found these. I was iffy about them. It turns out they are hand painted. Like,
Really?
these are hand painted on here. But I saw some other ones that were hand painted too.
Some roses on there?
They had flowers. They were hand painted with flowers. Let me see. I still think we can get $24 out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it says Ida B Designs on it.
Oh, nice. That tag almost fell out.
That's okay. Okay. I found
Well,
these.
those are stylish.
They are Paul Green. I've never found that brand before.
Is that a high-end brand?
I think so. Some of the styles go for a lot, but I'm gonna start these out at $55.
Let's see, so I can see the style. Very stylish. Wish I could wear something like this. Oh, you found these.
Yeah.
I just liked them so much, I wanted to take them. I don't know if it would look good with hairy feet, though.
Gross.
Because your hair would be coming out of those places.
Not my
those
hair,
blank
your
spots.
hair.
My hair, yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention,
I don't have hairy feet.
not to mention that, they're heels, but I mean, that's besides the point.
Then you could be taller than me.
Yeah. I've tried putting things in my shoes to make me taller. It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't work. It just makes your ankles hurt. Moving on.
These are vintage Steve Madden shoes. They're pretty cool. I found these. Let's see. What?
Are these women's?
Yeah.
They're small.
Yeah. $28. They're vintage. They're cool. I like them.
Yeah. Let's show the back. Show the back of them.
I did.
Cool. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you find these?
No.
These are Bolo brand. They're affiliated, or they're made by the Bourne Company. We have some of those. They haven't.
They look kind of cheap, actually.
They're
Cheaply made.
Yeah, I don't think that I would pick them up again. I think that we're only gonna sell them for like $18.
Yeah, they look really cheap.
They're not that bad.
I mean, no, I mean, style-wise, they're cool. I just mean, how they're put together. They feel kind of...
Yeah, they might be like the lower end of the Bourne
Oh,
brand or
okay.
something. So I found these random hearing aid batteries, and we just grabbed them because they were light, and Yash said that anything made in Germany is good, but come to find out, you have to have like a 24 pack or something to make any money, so.
Well, they were probably like 5 cents.
Yeah.
We'll just keep collecting them until we have 24.
Yeah, or we'll sell them in a garage sale or something.
Yeah.
I found these, I think, these Sperry's.
Yep.
Or, no.
Maybe we found
No,
one each.
I think you did, because you said, hey, look at these, and then you said, does this go with it? It comes with alternative shoelaces,
right,
because these are like satin, like ribbon shoelaces. They're pretty cool. They're in good condition. Sperry shoes, it takes a while for them to sell, so I'm gonna price them at $24 to hopefully get them out quicker. Would you like to put those in your pile?
Yep.
I think you found these.
Are those Cole Haans? No, Johnson Murphy. Yeah.
Oh, they're tied together.
Tied together. We should do that for all the shoes. Yeah, just a classic style with the toe cap. And they're light brown. And the soles are pretty good.
No.
What? What's wrong with the soles?
Oh, Maybe there's these
These
other
soles-
these other ones that you found have a
Yeah,
hole in the bottom.
that's totally different.
Sorry.
These soles are in good shape. And what did you think for these? That was a mistake on those.
$21.
21?
Yeah.
Okay.
These ones, I think we're just gonna sell like in the garage sale or something because of the bottoms
that
messed
was
up.
a mistake. I didn't see that.
And also, I think that the tassel is missing. I think there's supposed to be a tassel there. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, people take those off anyway.
Is that a common thing?
Yeah.
Well, that was the last item.
Okay. So
finally,
getting into the numbers, it's good that it took that long. It means we got a lot of profit. So getting into the numbers, if you add up all the numbers that we gave you, those were all how much we think we're gonna sell it for. And it came out to $1,722 in sales. So our selling fees for that means our eBay selling fees plus our PayPal transaction fees would be $222. So that gives you a payoff of $1,500. By the way, this is the cost. We look at profitability two ways. This is the cost of time method, cost of our time method. So payoff of $1,500. All of the costs excluding our time was $251. So that's a listing of $155, laundry $1188, item cost what we paid at Goodwill $83.70. And by the way, the listing cost, we're assuming $2.50 per listing, but actually our lister that lists clothing, the average rate, because she's gotten really fast over time, when she started out, it cost us about $250. We pay her per hour, but it ended up costing about $250 per item. But we actually went back and looked at the recent data, and she's down to $175 per item now. So there's actually an 80-cent buffer built into this, which is pretty significant. It's almost 50% lower. But we're leaving it at $250 because sometimes she lists on both Poshmark and eBay. So because we want this to be a sustainable P&L, we're leaving it at $250. So $250 for that, and that for those 62 items, that was at $155. And so those three add up to $251. That gives us a net profit of 1,249 bones. Wow, that's a lot. So time-wise, what did we figure? So that was the profit, right? Excluding the cost of our time. This is the cost of time method. We say we were there for about 6 hours. So now we're talking about how much time we put into it, right? Mm-hmm. 6 hours, about an hour and a half at the laundromat, and let's see, about another 3 hours or so for getting them ready to ship out, or getting them ready to store,
right? Pulling
them from our storage areas. This is all within the house/office. Not like we're going to a storage locker or anything like that. We'll show you actually that would be good for a future video.
Oh yeah.
Showing our process of how you tag them and how you store them in the bins and how you organize the bins, and then you put you map the bin number to the SKU. So when something sells, she looks at the SKU and she knows right where to right where to grab it. If I have to fill in on that end, usually it takes me a lot longer to find stuff though. So another 3 hours for that. Can you hit escape on that? Mm-hmm. So about 10.6 hours, right? So $1,249 divided by 10.6 hours of our time. Drum roll, please. $118 an hour. Wow, $118 an hour. I know I can't get a job for $118 an hour.
Me either.
So we're paying ourselves $118 an hour to have fun and enjoy the thrill of the hunt and shop, you guys. I just like to shop. So getting paid $118 an hour to shop sounds like a pretty nice deal, if you ask me. And so that is the cost of time method. The other way that we look at it, we call it the ROI method. And so same payoff of $1,500 and all of the costs, including the cost to replace our time. So that means if we hired somebody to go source it, we hired somebody to, in our case, it would be somebody that we already have listing doing this. So I should say we're paying somebody to source the items, we're paying somebody to store them and grab them when they sell and ship them out. That adds another $279 to your costs. So now your total costs are about $530, your net profit's $970. So if you take your profit of $970 divided by your total costs, including the replacement cost of your time, that's a $530. So $970 divided by $530, drum roll please, 183% ROI. 183%. That beats any investment out there, stocks, bonds, cryptocurrency. You can really lose your hat in cryptocurrency if you're not careful. 183% ROI. So I think I got a pretty good haul. If you guys like my items better, please leave a comment below saying Y for Yash. I got these teaks. Y for Yash below. Hard to beat the teaks. I got this killer. What else should I highlight here? I got this killer game that actually came in two pieces. It sells for about $65. I got that print that I love.
Oh, the puffin.
The puffer. Let's show that real quick
Puffin,
again.
not puffer.
Puffer bird. Puffin bird.
Oops.
There you go. So really cool.
Tasty
I don't know if
puffin.
it'll be hard for me to actually not keep that, but we think that'll sell for at least $49. Was that what we said? $49?
Yeah.
And what else did I get? I like that polo a lot. This polo jacket, even though we think it'll only sell for $20. And let's see, what else can I highlight here? Oh, that book, that restaurant book.
Oh.
That has a lot of cool imagery in it. We think that'll sell for close to 100. So I think you should vote for me. Why? Leave a comment below with the word Y for Yash. You like my items a little bit more. What did you find? Or what do you want to highlight? Excuse me.
You should drop a J because I got this vintage UNLV hat. I got that super cool cashmere and wool dress jacket and the Nautica Pico.
The one that was made in Paris.
The one that was made in Paris, and you get negative points for your
for the bland polos.
Polos.
Okay. Well, let us know which items you liked more. J for Jess, Y for Yash.
Oh, and I got the paw green shoes.
Oh yeah, those are really nice. Go check out our channel for more videos on shopping and sourcing. We're going to be doing a bunch of other types of videos in the future, helping you follow along in our journey of shopping and selling. If you enjoyed watching this video, please hit that like button. If you have any questions or video suggestions, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you want to keep watching these videos, make sure you smash that subscribe button below, and we'll see you guys next time. Love y'all.